Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, LeBron James is closing in on the top 3 all-time list in scoring. LeBron said it's an honor, but he added, 10 on my list of goals. Facilitating, rebounding, defending, getting blocked shots and things of that.
He can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies. Now the starting group for the visitors. You've got Jay out there with Mr. Shooting guard. And for they've got ABC. Rajon Rondo's out there with Bradley. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's James in at the 3, the small forward. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the L.A. Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But it takes yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved. It's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
Now here's Rondo, hoping to put that miserable performance against the Clippers behind him tonight.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Here's Lee. It's a three-point game. They get the rebound. Another shot. Oh, and he pokes it off the glass. Wow. To the inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Fantastic vision. I mean, LeBron always cognizant of everyone around.
De La Rosa drills the three-pointer.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that. But either way, it's a tough shot.
Now here's Rondo. Davis kicks to James. Clock at 6. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. On the wing, Lee. Here's the bodyguard. Drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's James. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And reportedly, LeBron James spends over $1 million a year just on training and maintaining his body.
Money well spent. I mean, for his age, the most minutes played in NBA history, he's doing everything possible to extend his prime. Well, when he joined the Lakers, LeBron knew it would be a challenge. Joining a young team with a losing record. It's reminiscent of his return to Cleveland. But this go-round proving even harder.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's LeBron. They need this. No good that time. Gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Bradley, no one around him. And the Lakers with another miss. And under the microscope in Los Angeles, some questions about LeBron's leadership, sitting apart on the bench, and Chris courting other superstar players.
Well, I mean, when you're losing, everything is magnified, Kevin. We all. I mean, LeBron's had his critics his whole career. He continues to prove them wrong. He just wants to get back on that winning track, because that would do a lot to quiet.
Here's Lee. Following the basket by LeBron James. On the top of the key, they get it back. It's Lee, top of the key. Passes it to De La Rosa. Here's Mr. Moves. Here's Jay. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Here's the bodyguard. Finished off the break. The bodyguard's got 5 now.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Bradley. Pass to ABC. lays it up and banks it in. He's got 7.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside. A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yes, yeah, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis, and Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for James. And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time. Gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. There's the pass to the eraser. Over in the corner, Lee. Here's Jay. Here's the eraser. Banked in off the glass.
Surprised everyone by passing out of his shot. What a fantastic dish.
Lakers trail by 3. Here's ABC. The teardrop falls in.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Here's Dimes. Game against Oklahoma City. Very impressive. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got 5 now.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
Puts it up from 12. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. A second chance effort. Just 4 to shoot. And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 7.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Here's ABC. And no good that time.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Passes to the quick. Puts it up. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's ABC. He's got 11. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Cousins in for ABC. Rondo kicks to Bradley. And nothing is falling for him right now. Pass to the quick. Over in the corner, Lee. A three-pointer is right on target.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys. And that's pretty much a death sentence.
But it all starts with ball movement. When your percentage is that low, you know you're not moving it well enough. You're not getting your guys open shots.
Now, here's Howard. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. To the paint, here's Kuzma, and there it is for him.
Takes some strength to finish through that kind of contact. Kuzma's definitely putting his share of work in the weight room.
Dimes the pass to the eraser. Howard with the steal. Rondo looking over the floor. Pass to Cousins. Feeds it to Howard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard, as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
Jay's checked in for Lee.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
And it's Bradley with the ball for the Lakers. 8-point game. Here's Rondo. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. P. Guarded by Bradley. Here's Melton. They get it back. Here's P. And it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living block the shot.
And so it's the visiting team. Holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. LeBron James is the all-time leader in clicks.
I always feel like I got it. Always feel like I got it.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
D out there with P. Then there's Dimes. Then there's J. And it's the quick in at the 3 spot. Here's Melton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. A 3 ball. Cousins pulls it in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. James checked in for Los Angeles.
When D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
The offensive rebound. Count that one.
You need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
The pass to the quick. Inside. D's got his first points in this one.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Here's James. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
One of the guys who only has one mode, I mean, aggressive and explosive presence at all times.
Dimes, the pass to D. Here's Dimes. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Howard's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Dimes. He's covered by Rondo. Dean, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Timeout called the Lakers. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? He's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. ABC comes in for Kyle Kuzma. McGee finds Davis. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. LeBron with it. He's got 5. 5 to shoot. Here's Dimes. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're throwing it in right here. Trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the tunnel.
Here's Dimes following the bucket by the Lakers. But they'll get another chance. Passes it to the court. He's a 3. Got a piece of it. And there's the whistle. Goes on the quick. That's his first foul. Here is McGee. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Poked loose. Here's Simon. The Lakers with the rebound.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So we're going to say they're going to be familiar with each other, huh? But even so, these teams will learn about each other tonight. So much changes from year to year.
Here's Mr. Moves. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on the defensive side.
Bradley's checked in for James. Hondo dishes to Bradley. Davis down low. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Mr. Moves. And the shot is long. Lakers trail by 6. Outside Rondo. 1:52 left here in the second. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bradley. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
The shot's good. Here's Rondo. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to ABC. And McGee kicks to Bradley. 5 on the clock. Pass to Rondo. The Lakers rebound. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's Mr. Moves. Lets it go with a 3. Rondo with the rebound.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Fades and shoots. And another shot. Davis. It's blocked. And they get it back. Outside Rondo. Now here is McGee. T right on him. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Now the pass to Dimes. Outside Rondo. Bradley passes to Rondo. And so it's the visiting team in the driver's seat, up 8 points.
Thanks a lot, Dwight. What are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie, checking out the visiting team. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, they're out in front tonight because of their offensive rebound. Those second chance buckets came in.
And that's going to do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at ABC in this game, he's been everywhere.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, Jay, the blocks are impressive, no doubt, but his intimidation factor actually prevents shots from ever being taken at all.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Lakers trail by 8, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Anthony Davis. LeBron James is out there with ABC. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Bradley in at the 2-guard spot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, as with the officials, are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have a growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
Here's LeBron, and it's blocked. They recover it, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. The Lakers have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet. That one misses for Davis. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Jay, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Davis. And the first one goes to DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for the Lakers. And he can't hit the second. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Left side, Bradley. Can't cash in from close range.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's guarded by Cousins. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Lee penetrating. Good on the baseline, Jay. Lee's got 12 points in the game.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Yep, that one goes.
And easy to appreciate Rondo's handle. He's got one of the tightest in the league.
Here's Lee. Nice D from Cousins.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Lee gets the bucket.
I mean, he logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
And the Lakers with some changes. Howard comes in for Bradley. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for LeBron. Now here's Rondo. Kuzma outside. Now here's Howard. He's covered closely. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
The drive by Lee and the rejection by Cousins.
Using great defensive instinct, Cousins will swat anyone's shot away. He's relentless.
Rondo against Lee, and there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his first foul. Kuzma passes to Howard. Sinks that one from the post. 6 point for Kyle Kuzma.
Let it take an initiative inside. Once Kuzma is near the hoop, he's focused on scoring.
Out left to the wing, Melton passes to Mr. Moves. The shot misses. Excellent D from Howard. Lakers trail by 9. Poked away. Out to the right wing. Back to Rondo. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Howard. No good on the shot.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Melton, no good. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Here's Cousins. That's tipped. Here's Mr. Moves. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 and here's when it comes to playing alongside another big guy. I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him throwing an oop, I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. I would do the same thing to him. But playing with a guy like Roddy, I would say, hey, wait a minute. Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defensive end. So guys that are smart, guys that could pass, and also guys that will say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
Here's ABC. He's got 17.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These guys' puzzle plays can be game changers. A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Rondo, good.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this one. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Mr. Moves, guarded by McGee.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
It's not going to be easy, but they've come this far. I mean, they're right here.
And the Lakers with some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Howard. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Cook, the pass to ABC. For the lead, you can't hit that time. Gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's the quick. If it counts, the Quick's got his second bucket of the night. And the Lakers with possession here. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's ABC. Boom, he chains it straight down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Kuzma with the basket on the assist from Cook. 8 points for Kyle Kuzma.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's the quick. Knocks down the 3 ball. And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. The away team up 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Jay out there with dimes. Then it's Q, then it's P, and it's the eraser in at the center, locking down the middle. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
James looking it over. Pass to McGee. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in. The free throw off from McGee.
At this point of his career, McGee knows who he is, a hustler, an energy guy who uses his athleticism to his advantage.
Here's Dimes, trains the three-pointer.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. It's tipped down low. Davis off target at the rim.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt. Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Now here's LeBron. Elbow shot is on the way. That one wide left.
Now look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one go.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
The first one falls for him. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Alex Caruso, and he makes both free throws. Lakers trail by 5. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Rondo finds Davis, and here's Bradley from free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
When Cousins has the rock inside, he's ridiculously efficient. He just has such power when he has the ball down low.
Well, the Sooners didn't jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another 1-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise caliber player.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Lee.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
James with it. He's against Lee. Off target with the open look.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals it.
They get it again. Davis, and it's blocked. They get it back. Here's the bodyguard. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Knocked away. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Lee's got 19 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's Davis missing.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Scooped up. Mr. Moves passes to Lee. Over Rondo. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
Free throw drops for James.
Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rondo against Lee. From the wing. Offensive rebound. The pass to the quick. Here's Mr. Moves. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's drained from the low block. Lakers trail by 12. Pass to James. That's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. On defense, the visitors. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
And Rondo sends it back.
Well, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively there, showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block.
Here's the bodyguard, guarded by Kuzma. Back to Lee. Hangs. And the layup is good. Lee's got 13 points in the second half.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now LeBron. And there's the foul. It will go on Lee. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's James. To the middle, trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And the Lakers with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, P.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
He suns this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Here's Davis. And a miss there off the inbound.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Passes it to the bodyguard. He kicks to Lee. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Jay. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. ABC's checked in for Los Angeles. A 3 off the inbound. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. A pass to Bradley. Here's ABC, covered by Lee. With the teardrop. He doesn't hit that one. Going 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think it's adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room, the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullen type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. Three-pointer. No good that time. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.